Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet. Happy Friday. We made it. It's here, guys. The end of the week for a lot of people. We have arrived. Now, I don't know if your week has been the best week ever. I don't know if it's been cloaked in mediocrity, or I don't know if it's been terrible. Regardless of what it is, man, we woke up today and we got an opportunity to make the best of it, man. So happy Friday, guys. To those of you who don't know me, Coach Kyle out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Maps Coach, Bold Coach, all the things. And I get to hang out with you every day for your daily checkup from the neck up. I trust that you guys said it, so that's what I'm going to go with. That's my vibe this morning. Ah, what a week, man. Guys, we have an opportunity today to work on that thing between the ears, work on that brain, work on that mindset. I've got some good stuff for you today, something that I pulled out of the file, something that I've talked on, touched on, spoke on before, and it felt poignant today because it came up in a coaching call this morning. This is not the first call of my day. This is sometimes the second or the third. And it came up on this call, and I figured that I would bring it to you because I think it's relevant. And so I will start with, as Marcus likes to call it, story time. So let's get into Kyle's story time. This one is called or titled The Obstacle in Our Path. So there once was a very wealthy and curious king. This king had a huge boulder placed in the middle of a road. Then he hid nearby to see if anyone would try to remove the gigantic rock from the road. The first people to pass were some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers. Rather than moving it, they simply walked around it. Some of them loudly blamed the king for his lack of upkeep on the road. Some knights passed by, full of valor, full of bravery, and they too walked around the rock. Some saying it's not worth my time. Some of the common folk passed by, complaining. And then a peasant came by with an armful of vegetables. Rather than walking around it, he put his load down. Now remember, the king was hiding, so this definitely intrigued him. The peasant pushed and pushed against the boulder and could not move it. But he didn't give up. He went and found a big old log, a big old stick, and used it as a lever to pry the boulder out of the way, clearing the road, clearing the path for others to walk through. Now, as the peasant moved the boulder, he picked his load back up and looked down. And in the hole where the boulder once stood, there was a purse of gold coins and a note from the king. It said, "This is your reward." Guys, here's the thing. There's a lot to take around from this. Let's start with the base layer. Sometimes the obstacle is the path. Sometimes the obstacle is the thing. Sometimes the reward is the obstacle. Are we looking at it that way? Sometimes, more often than not, especially not on the highlight reel of social media, and I realize how weird that is watching this on social media, but sometimes not on the highlight reel of social media, the thing that we're looking for is often missed because it's covered in hard work. Sometimes it's covered in work that we don't even know if we can move. That sometimes it's we try and we try and we can't, but we have to think about it differently. Guys, what is your obstacle right now? I'm not just talking about business, in your personal life. Is it your finances? Is it your health? Is it a key relationship you're missing or not honoring the way you should? What if it is business? Is it the market? Gosh, how many times do I hear that on a daily basis? What is the thing? You see, here's how it ties into the call this morning. One of the things we were discussing is that maybe the answer is not one that people want to hear, because maybe the answer is it's going to take more hard work. Maybe the answer is it's going to take harder work than you've done before. Maybe the answer is it's going to take harder work that you don't even know if you can accomplish. Maybe the answer is it's going to take really hard work that you actually fail at the first time, just like the peasant. Just maybe. You see, so often in times we talk about balance and the perfect life and living a life by design. And sometimes we miss the fact that to get to that life by design, to get to that place of balance, it takes being out of balance. It takes swinging far in the other direction. It takes two a days. It takes being in a deficit. It takes saving. It takes not buying everything. It takes tightening your belt. Sometimes it takes making 200 phone calls, 300 phone calls in a week, over a month, over 6 months, over 12 months. So often we get stuck in this vision of grandeur and we think that it's easy or it's supposed to be easy. It most assuredly is not. Guys, sometimes everything that you're looking for is just underneath that boulder that you need to move out the way, that you need to push against, struggle against, fight against. Sometimes you need to put down your daily things, your goodness, your comforts, your structure, the vegetables, to move that boulder, to push against it, fight against it, throw everything you have against it. And sometimes the boulder says, no, I will not be moved, not the way that you're doing it. So you have to go get a lever. Guys, that lever might be a who. It might be a system. It might be a model. It might be the DTD2 system. It might be just crazy. Hear me out for a second. It might be actually touching that database that you know you should be doing and you're not, or you're doing it, but you're not doing it the best that it can be done. Maybe the lever that you need to move this boulder is literally right there and you can see it. You just haven't picked it up and used it properly. You know, my grandpa used to say, when we were growing up, he used to one of the smartest guys I knew, and can would tell us these great philosophical things. And one of them was from Archimedes, and it was, "If you give me a lever big enough, I can move the world. If you give me a lever big enough, I can move the world." Guys, your world can be moved, but you got to go pick up the lever. You got to go find the right one. You have to spend intentional time going to grab it. Because here's the truth, just like the story, there are so many people who would rather just walk around the obstacle. There are so many people who would rather just go on with their life, who will take the inconvenience, who will settle for mediocrity because they don't want to do the work. They choose not to. And that's okay, no judgment. I'm sure the wealthy courtiers and merchants and knights were living a pretty dang good life. But could they have been living a better one? Could they have been living their life by design? And all that had to happen was just getting uncomfortable and throwing themselves against a boulder in their path. Something to think about on this Friday, guys. What is your lever? What is the lever that's around you that you just have not used yet that you should? Or maybe you've thrown yourself against the rock and it didn't work out. And because of that, you say, maybe this rock's not supposed to be moved. Lies. Just like old Archimedes said, give me a lever big enough and I'll move the world. Guys, move the world. Where's your mindset today? Where's your energy level today? You know, a guy told me just recently, he said, if your answer to this is more work, it's not very inspiring. If your answer to this is more work, it's not very inspiring. I agree. I agree. 100%. I agree. It's not. But sometimes the actual answer is not the one we want to hear. myself included. Sometimes the goal that we seek, the path is not the one we want to hear, and that's okay. Some of you might not want to hear this message today, and that's okay. I'm going to tell it anyway because I care enough about you to say it. I care enough about you to challenge you. I care enough about you to hold you accountable. I care enough about you to demand the best in you. I care enough about you to demand the best in you. Guys, how many people in your world are demanding the best in you? Or how many people in your world are allowing you to just settle for good enough? I know the fact that you are on this show, the fact that you're here today, listening wherever you are, it says that somewhere inside you know the truth. And then it's that good enough is not good enough. It's not. So, whatever road you're walking, whatever you have in your hands, whatever task you're doing, whatever's taking up your mental vision, whatever boulder comes across, go grab the lever. You will be surprised and shocked, just like the story, what's underneath it or what happens when you accomplish it. Guys, I know you can do this. If you need me to be the one to kick you in the pants to get you going, give me a call. Give me a text. If you need a maps coach, give me a call. Give me a text. If you need someone to wipe off that dirty mirror you're looking at every day and show you what's really there, give me a call. Shoot me a text. It'd be my honor to help you see that you are the peasant in this story, but you don't have to stay the peasant. That purse of gold, that life by design, it's there. It's there. It's just waiting for you to move the boulder. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, quick little lesson today for us. I won't keep you much longer. I want to send you on your way. Reflect on this, man. Ask yourself some of these questions. Do some journaling, do some meditation around it. Think about it. Where is the boulder? What am I not doing? Have I been walking past the boulder so long or trying to move the boulder for so long the wrong way that I've programmed in myself a learned helplessness? I trust if that is the answer, that it won't be the answer much longer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, Coach Kyle coming to you for a quick 15 minutes on this Friday morning, man. Go make it a great one. And as always, if you need me, let me know because I am here for you. Let's go make it a good one. I'll see you on Monday.